Good morning. I'll take you along my little flower border that I'm developing. I do have flowers growing on the windowsills. At the moment I have marigolds, cosmos, dahlias, gazanias and fuchsias. They're not ready to go out yet, but I'll show you where we're at the moment. But I'll not talk through it because I'm right next to people's flats and it might be a bit intrusive for them, so please bear in mind I'm being quiet on purpose. This is the remains of a big pile of wood chips that we had, and yesterday I and a couple of other pals from the building did this. I'm sorry about the noise of traffic at this end of the garden, but it's a busy road and it's during the Easter holidays and so it is noisy. Just bear with me, you'll get less noise as we go along. So this is the path that we laid yesterday. Me and two not so young men just got on and did it, which feels great. So now I have a lovely clear path to walk up. That bed is for the Brussels sprouts in the autumn. It's just mulched at the moment, but look at this. So there are in there 92 little modules of onions. Some of them are multi-sown and some of them are on their own. Mostly there are 2, 3 or 4. But I've actually got my onion bed done and covered with netting to keep the birds off. So if I move it about I think you can see. And I made a lovely discovery while we were putting the wood chips up here that we have, can you see that? We've got carrot seeds coming through. In this little pot here, there's quite a few of them. So that made me very happy. And then there's some more here. I know they're babies at the moment and very delicate and I need to keep the soil damp, and I shall do that. I put these little paths alongside these two borders just to make things a bit easier to access. So onions there, strawberries there, parsnips in there, second early potatoes in there, wood chips there to clarify. I'm still trying to grow the very small seed potatoes. 4 of them have started showing shoots, but I'm not ready really to film them because it's not very exciting. I'll find somewhere else to put them. So I'm hoping for carrots along here. It has been rained on quite considerably over the last couple of weeks, but we've had a dry week, so I'm hoping they'll survive. And I've got lots of calendula babies coming up because, as you know, they self-seed everywhere. So I will pull them up and put them somewhere else so they can make the garden really pretty and make the pollinators happy later on in the year. Having planted out most of the onions, I still have some left to go here, but these are the ones that I sowed mostly singly for bigger onions, and I'm thinking that when my purple sprouting broccoli is over I can put them along there. These are a mix of broccoli and swede. After I've done this film they look like they need a bit of a water, but I only put them out a couple of days ago so they're still acclimatising a bit, even though they have been on the windowsill. But yes, my single very small seed potatoes, I think are going to go along there, in a row along there, because I'll know where they are then, and that's probably enough space for them when they've got big enough to plant out. Hiding underneath this rhubarb leaf is a potato. It's a volunteer, sorry about my finger, but I think it'll be an early crop for us. And there's another one there. The rhubarb has done very well. We've had a picking from it. Probably wait another few days until I do another one. Again, I think it needs a whole load of water on it. Turn around slowly so I don't fall down. That bed is where the swede is going to go, and probably broccoli as well, because it's quite wide, isn't it? These onions are doing all right, so I'm just leaving them to their own devices. I'm going to uncover these broad beans, because I think the ones that are uncovered are doing better than the ones that are covered now, as the weather's improved. And in there I put a nice row of carrots, but there's none showing at the moment, but that layer of coir is quite thick, so they've probably got a way to grow, push through it. I've pulled up the cover from these mange too, and I've put pea sticks in, and that's what I'm planning to do. I'll go back down this way. Along here, this is my job for the morning, is to pull up this net and put some pea sticks round here and make them just freer to grow. Then I've bought 2 pots here, one there, one at the other end of this bit of net, and they're going to have some dwarf tomatoes in that Ali from my Rusty Garden kindly sent me. I couldn't tell you the varieties because that kind of thing doesn't stay in my head. But I was also thinking I could probably plant one here on this slope here, right at the top, near to a water source, and another one here. So if I put 2 dwarf ones here, there and there, and then 2 in these buckets, and then I've got space, because I've measured it out, for 8 halos for tomato growing along here. So I'm making a mixture. I listened to Norm, the veg garden. Sorry Norm, I've forgotten the name of your plot. Names don't stay in my head very easily, I'm afraid. But I'm growing some against the wall and some along here, and we'll see how we get on. This is where I sowed the self-saved carrot seeds. I think I've probably covered it up too much, and then the oak leaves got in. So I don't know, but if they don't grow, then I can grow something else along there instead. So it's all a win, isn't it? So that's where I'm up to pretty much now, apart from my absolute masses and masses of purple sprouting. Look at it all. So pleased. I presume it's because we had such a wet autumn and winter. It's not so wet now. We could do with a bit of rain now. We were promised it today, but I don't think it's going to materialise. Up here I've got my compost bins, and I've taken the cover off this one because it was an old picnic blanket coated in rubber on the other side, and it's absolutely soaking wet. So I thought that while I'm up here I'll just lay it out flat and see if I can dry it off a bit. But I got to have a proper look inside here, and I poked in the middle. Well, it is quite warm, So I'm thinking if in a couple of months there'll be stuff that I can use there, which is splendid. Really, I'm saving compost for the autumn because that's when I use it most, autumn and spring. And what I was planning to do in the autumn, take my eye off that unpleasant looking stuff. In the autumn, what I'm planning to do is just bag up as much compost and leaf mould as I can that I don't use as a mulch, and then I've got it all ready to use in the spring, and then I could start collecting all over again. And that way try and offset the cost of buying lots and lots and lots of compost that's so expensive nowadays. So how are you trying to offset the cost of your compost? Let me know, I'll be interested to hear. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and any comments are always very gratefully received. I'll see you later. Bye.